Cinder here. Welcome to my universe, where I offer tidbits of advice. Recently came to my attention, I was flipping through Facebook and saw a friend of mine's post about being frustrated because they'd put on weight and they were looking for all the advice, because they were struggling. And had tons of advice. Lots of really good advice on there, actually. And it made me, I was thinking about it, about, the problem of trying to lose weight when you're in this emotional binge eating mentality. Makes it a lot harder. There's been times in my life where I've been wanting to be more fit, and it's just been easy as pie. I just plan it and then I just do it. But then later in life, when you got more emotional upheaval and medication you might be taking or whatever, I've ran into, all of a sudden I have put on 20 to 30 pounds. I know what I need to do to take it off, and I cannot stop myself from eating. I will eat the full portion, the double portion rather than a half portion. I'll find myself getting into the fridge and just stuffing my face because I'm just that hungry. And it made me stop and think and analyze, this is what people struggle with. This is the struggle with losing weight. It's not, oh, let's have a bazillion plans. It's the follow through and the emotional component. So, anyway, put in that emotional component when you are thinking about losing weight, and then for those who don't have an issue, awesome, go you. Do not judge other people that are having an issue, because it can be so freaking tough to get that emotional component figured out. Even know what it is. Do you have a fear of starving? Do you have an emotional attachment to a feeling of happiness while eating food because of some past circumstance? You don't. There's a ton of reasons. And then when you finally find the emotional component that's driving you to eat or to binge eat or to keep eating, you then have to figure out how to clear it. Is it going to take some manifesting or some tapping? Do you have to actually go talk to a person? It becomes this big ordeal that's a lot bigger than just don't put food in your face. There's a lot more components to it. And for those of you struggling out there, I would really take a look at the emotion that you feel. And also take a look at, what was another one I ran into? The thought that, one, you're going to starve. There's lots of people out there that feel like they're going to starve and they've never starved a day in their life. Helped me was I watched Naked and Afraid. And I realized that a human body can make it through a lot of starving. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to die of starvation. Not here, not today. That helped me out. And then the other thing is, are you nurturing yourself? Because your body will try and gather nutrients to nurture itself, and it also, when you eat food, you get rewarded because you're supposed to eat food in the wild, right? So you get rewarded with dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin, I think. Anyway, find a way to give yourself a daily reward 3 to 4 times a day that's going to create those happy chemicals but not involve food. And it might just be as simple as you need that 10-minute break. And normally you allow yourself to have a break when you're eating food. I'm just going to eat this candy bar. I'm just going to eat this cookie. I'm just going to sit down and have myself a 30-minute lunch. That kind of attitude. Maybe you also need, I'm just going to sit down and have a 10-minute break where I read this magazine. But find some other activity. So there's that emotional. There's a chemical factory you're dealing with here too. And once you get established in a habit, now you have to unestablish a habit, which is always easier to replace a habit with a habit. So if you can pick your happy habit or whatever, your healthy habit, and replace your unhealthy habit, that's going to work a lot better than just trying to snag it out and say, I'm going to stop eating. That's a lot more difficult. Let's not make it any more difficult than it already is, right? The other thing is to remember when you're eating food and you've got this kind of bingey, I'm starving thing going on, your gut might be messed up. You actually might be kind of nutrient deficient because your gut is not absorbing your food. This is going to make it really hard to lose weight and stop eating, binge eating. So check your gut out. Make sure you're doing the right thing by your gut. And then also, you can make piles of vegetables and load it with coconut oil, and your body's going to be able to eat and process that all. And it's also going to help you with fiber in your system. So if you need to eat a lot of food to feel comfortable, put a lot of food in front of you that's going to be healthier and safer for you to eat. Take out, and if you can take out the carbs, just take out those breads, those processed foods, those sugars, any pastry, any glutinous thing. You can take that out. 1, that's going to help your gut. 2, that's going to help you absorb your nutrients. And 3, you're going to be able to eat a lot more vegetables in replacement. Anyway, so that's my tidbits of advice, and I'm by no means putting it out there as if it's super easy, because I've been through emotional binge eating, I've been through medication binge eating, I've been through I've been through all these things, and if you've known me for a long enough time, you know that I say it's not easy. I did not just bam, have an amazing body. I've worked for what I've had, and I've had multiple setbacks, and I've even been pregnant and had a kid and come back from it. But it's because I had the drive and the willpower and the desire to be where I am. So I'm not saying it's super easy, and anybody watching this who's getting a little judgy, get off the judgy couch. Seriously, get off the judgy couch until you've sat there like a sack of potatoes. All right. That's all. Okay, love you all. Bye-bye.